I saw this tweet by a brother who was pointing out how the Democrats really feel about black men. Now, he was responding to a post from Representative Chantel Brown from Ohio. Now, I'll read to you what he said and then I'll read what she said. Okay. Now, he says black men quite literally do not exist to the Democrat Party unless we are gay or dead. Now, she posted, we need to be honest about what's happening in Trump's America. Last year, 300,000 black women lost their job and our unemployment rate jumped to 7.3%. This was not an accident. It was by design. And to his point, Ms. Brown, black men are often more unemployed than black women. As of recently, it's switched just a little bit, right? But traditionally, black men are the most unemployed, but that has never gotten a full-throated conversation by the Democratic Party. But now all of a sudden, black women, and let's keep it a buck. The Democrats always put the black woman above the black man. Like he said, unless you fashionably evolved, as a black man or whatever else is going on. But they don't want no real, strong black men that can lead and all of that other stuff. They always put the black woman above. But yeah, I've been saying that too. Why is it that they only talk about the black woman that's lost her job, which is horrible, right? 300 black women, or 300,000 rather, black women losing their jobs all at once in the short term. Yeah, that's terrible. But why don't you include the black man in that? The black unemployment rate is, in the 7%. So is the black woman unemployment rate and the black man unemployment rate if you talk about individually, but why just talk about black women? Democrats, you do that. And then you wonder why you have this black man problem. You wonder why Kamala had to come up with a black man plan that was also for others. Okay? She wasn't slick. We all saw it. Those of us who will read, see, that's the other problem too. They know that most people won't read that stuff. Oh, well, Kamala says she got a plan for the black man. You had Obama come out and wag his finger at black men. Basically, how dare you not want to vote for this good black woman? Y'all do what y'all want to do with that, right? Then you have Van Jones who said, oh, it was a love letter for Mamala. Yeah, Kamala, Mamala, really? Mamala, oh, she really loves us and this, that, and the other. She loved you and she loved the others because it wasn't just for black men. So she wouldn't have to do that if the Democrats didn't keep disrespecting black men or disregarding them at all. Like they're invisible, And so then they talk about, oh, it's more black men going to vote for the Republicans, which that's their right to do that. That's their business. If they want to vote for the Republicans, so what? You get one vote. Why are you trying to tell them what to do? See, that's really the only time you care about black men is when you see them tiptoeing to the other side. It's like, oh, wait a minute. First, you start with the chastisement, right? The wagging of the finger. Then you say, oh, gosh, let's get them a black man plan and throw a little weed up in there, right? They like to smoke weed because that what was in there. But he's right. That brother is 100% right. They do not exist to the Democratic Party. Because have you ever heard the Democrats say, oh, the black man is the backbone of the Democratic Party? You have not. You hear them talk about the black woman. Oh, she's the backbone of the Democratic Party. We cannot do it. Well, I don't even know why I'm doing that. It's the backbone, right? Oh, we couldn't do it without the black woman. But okay. Let's take the last election. 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris, the Democrat. But why do you not give the black man the conversation? He voted to the tune of 78%. Now, is it usually what he does? No, you saw the trickling down of that number, but he still voted the second most to that of the black woman. The black woman and the black man voted more for Kamala, the Democrat, than any other group of people. But I never hear, white men getting dragged, well, maybe in a sense they do, but not like the black man. In fact, they don't talk about the black man at all, and then get mad because he don't want to continue voting to be ignored. So yeah, Representative Chantel Brown, it is a shame that 300,000, and some say more, right? Black women have lost their jobs, but it's also a shame that y'all never want to talk about the black man. Okay, now the ultimate solution is let's create our own jobs. Because as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, if they could take it from you, was it ever really yours? Okay? The jobs that you own, and control and operate, those are the ones you won't have to worry about losing unless you're just bad at business or money, right? But yeah, let's get our own jobs, which is also being said that a lot of those black women and men are creating their own jobs and all that other stuff. That's where we need to be anyway. That's what our ancestors did. So we need to get back to what we used to do, not depending on these politicians that can do whatever they want to us whenever they want. But yeah, stop dividing black men and women, because we need to be together. And see, that's also a trick of the Democratic Party too. Keep black men and women fighting with each other, divided, because we can't have them unified. Because if black men and women unify, then they might realize they don't really need us. All they need is each other, right? So yeah, I agree with that, brother. The black man does not exist to the Democrats. And until the black man does exist to the Democrats and the Republicans, you're going to see more of us as black Americans really start to go independent, which is where we should be, and saying, I'm not going to vote for any of that unless it's something for me. As I say, what's in it for black Americans? If we're not asking that question, rather, and we're not getting an answer that is, what we need to be hearing, then we'll find something else to do until you can do something for us. I don't see the problem. Do you? So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.